Hello, teacher and classmates. Today we are going to present our video, and our topic is Your words may predict your future mental health. Um, Actually, we know that our mental health is basically how we perceive our environmental conditions and the people we are working with. And can the way you speak and write today predict your future mental state, even the onset of psychosis? It is one of the topic of people are talking about. And in this fascinating talk, neuroscientist Mariano Sigman was talking about how the ancient Greece and the origin of introspection to investigate how our words hide in our inner lives and details a worrying mapping algorithm that could predict the development of schizophrenia, and we may be seeing in the future a very different form of mental health. Sigmund says that based on objective, quantitative, and automated analysis of the words we write on the words we say, and we need to think the words what we are talking uh, by people understand what we are talking about. And what I tell you today is that we are getting close to understanding how we can convert this intuition that we all have, that we all share, into the algorithm. And in doing so, we may be seeing in the future a very different form of mental health based on objective, quantitative, and automated analysis of the words we write, of the words we say.
Okay, when we talk about the world may predict your future mental health, maybe we can talk about the different words that we can share as a country here in Zamorano. For example, maybe one word in El Salvador maybe can have another meaning in Honduras or in Guatemala. So that word maybe here in Honduras can have a different perspective from a person from
Mhm.
another country. So that maybe could be a good example. Also, the words that are the most common here in Zamorano. As you know, in the university we have like our own language. So that language is going to be with us as the rest of our life, and maybe we have some significance in the future life and in activities that maybe we can do in future.
Uh, like my partner said, it's very important for when we are talking with the other person to choose the correct words. Because if we, for example, we say a lot of words that are related, the other person can't understand what we want to say or to say. And if we choose incorrect words, for example, we choose words that is related with distance, and then we say the word that is, for example, related with fruits or something that can confuse the person, and that can make that the other person don't understand or sentence.
Other aspect is that we are getting so for example, the institution, and that we all have that we all experience having going to the team and the future very different form. As a automated the action of work.
No sé si- Okay. We know that unnatural ideas that is the deepest aspects of human thought is our ability to imagine, to become conscious, to dream, is something that we need to know in order to have always been the same. Another possibility is that the social transformation that have shaped our culture, we may have also changed the structural columns of human thought. We need to know that all the culture that we have since we are a kid, we need to maintain in our lives. But people need to become in better persons in order to socialize with the others that are around there. When we travel around the country or another country, we need to be conscious that we need to adapt or the new words that we are sharing with people.
Also, it's like to propose that in the same way that we can reconstruct how the Science Greek cities look just based on a few bricks. Also, that the writing of a culture are the archaeologist records, the fossil and human thought. That means maybe that every culture in some years have their own way to communicate or to write, and that writings or that symbols that they use, uh, they have to maintain and try to don't forget. But it's difficult right now because the official languages are changed, and the 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 language is like for old world, and not everybody can use the old language. So it's important to don't forget and to make these kind of things that represent a country to be always in generation.
Well, in conclusion, just to you can understand well the topic, this is just the result that we get when we analyze this for some familiar words. And you can see first the word that you will say and organize into semantic neighborhoods. For example, it's very important to can talk with other person and we say the words in the good way, we can understand together and we can have a good conversation. But if we use other words that, for example, my partner don't understand, we don't can talk in a good way. And for example, we know the body parts, the fruits, the computer parts, and all the things, but we don't can make a
Groups.
groups of this word because we will confuse the other person.
Also, to add like a little comment about what my partner said is that we try to communicate, but it's important to, for example, when we talk with a doctor, it's important that the message that the doctor wants to say to me he's going to he's not going to tell me in a technical word. He's going to try to communicate the message in words that maybe I can understand and have a better idea what is my physical problem. So it's important that all that relational behavior are going to be better when we communicate, and that's going to be, for example, in a student for fourth grade is going to explain a homework or a problem in a word that maybe a student for first grade that is not going to have the same knowledge of the other students to understand the homework or to understand another topic. So that's important. Communicate is going to be the solution to have a better communication as a society. Thank you.